Network, and welcome to our guest today. Welcome in, Ioana. How are you?
Hi, Tammy. Great to be here. I'm
I
doing
still
well.
think
How about
I think I said your name wrong still. Please tell me your
you?
name
No,
again.
it's no. Ioana. Ioana.
Ioana.
Yeah,
Ioana.
it's like Johanna, but it's without the H. And yes, you spell it as three vowels, one after the other. So that's confusing a bit people. I know, yes.
Well, it's a beautiful name and it's
Thank
unusual
you.
for me and I think it's lovely. So, thank you so much for coming today. Of course, we want to introduce you to our group, but first, can you please tell us where it is you are in the world because we're global.
Yes. So I'm originally from Romania, but I've been living in Switzerland for the past almost 16 years now.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, beautiful. Oh, two lovely places to be part of in the world. So
Yes.
nice. Right? Yeah, amazing. Okay, so why don't you start off by just introducing yourself a little bit and telling us who you are?
Yes. So actually, I want to talk to you about my business coaching, like the coaching that I do, because I have so many hats at the moment. Uh, I'm an improving well-being coordinator. I'm a mental health first aid instructor, and I'm a mindset coach. And I'm also a mother of 4 years old. So my hands are full at
Uh,
the moment.
yep, very, very busy. Little people take up a lot of energy and a lot of time. So good for you being able to have a balance, have
Exactly.
both
Yes.
both and, right?
Yes. Actually, that's where my journey started, Tammy. When I gave birth to my daughter, I did not recognize myself anymore. I did not know who I was. I was overwhelmed. I was tired. I also had a full-time job. And here in Switzerland, I don't know in Canada how it is, but in Switzerland, you have 5 months maternity leave. So I had to jump in straight
Oh,
to 100% after my maternity leave.
oh,
And so I'm also a very career driven woman as well. I was juggling lots of things and just all my buttons were just triggered at that point. And I was like, what's going on? Like, what is this? Like, I was not having a good relationship with my husband anymore. I did not like a good relationship with me. And I was always like the tired, the angry mom, the mom that I never wanted to be. And that was the point. I was like, okay, yeah, no, something has to stop. And yeah, I had a particular day at work, a very hard one, where my manager was like complaining that nothing was okay, and I took it very personal back then. Um, and then I was like, I came home, and also my husband was like, not even, I was not even existing. I was like, that's it. I don't want this life anymore. I'm like, seriously, I will quit my job. I'm going to divorce this man and I will see what I will do. I cannot do this anymore. Um, and a couple of days later, I was actually listening to a webinar and it was by a therapist in Romania. And one of the sentences he was saying, it really drew my attention. And that was, if you are changing, everything around you changes.
mm,
When I heard that, of course, my mind immediately said, this is such a BS. No, I'm the perfect one. People around me need to change. I'm doing everything for everyone. Why cannot people see what I'm doing? You know? But then it was like, really, I need to see what he means by that. I really want to find out. And I said, look, I've been trying so many things, and let's try another thing. Maybe something will, will help me bring peace to it. And that was my start of actually my journey. And it was never meant for me to help others. But when I saw what's possible, when I saw how I changed and what I uncovered and what I found out about myself, and I was like, I need to show others as well. I need to show others as well because I cannot, when you wake up in the morning, Tammy, and you're walking down the street and you see everyone in their cars and they're so, just waiting for the weekend,
right.
waiting for the next holiday, waiting for I don't know what, and nobody's living anymore. And I'm like, I need to tell them. I need to like, like have that. yes, let's work on this. So yeah, that's how it all started.
Oh, I agree with that so much. Yeah, so many people are just existing. They're not actually living anymore. They've forgotten how to live. And as you said, everything around you starts to change, but it's really you're not keeping up or you're not following the path. You're not moving along. You're just stuck there, hoping everything's going to stay as it is because we get comfortable and complacent and you know, but that's not growing and that's not living. And what is that they say? The definition of insanity is just doing the same thing over and over again, expecting
Yes,
a different result. Yeah,
yes,
that was me too.
exactly.
I totally relate to that.
Yeah, yeah. And I got to realize that whatever we accept and love within ourselves, it's our how do you say, it's our asset.
Mm.
And whatever we do not accept and we are a bit, "Ugh, what is this?" All the triggers that we are feeling, that's where we became slaves to it. And that's where we became like that victim mentality that, yeah, my life is just crap.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, good thing you decided, there obviously there's those little voices inside of us that say, "Oh, it's time to listen," or, you feel like you're getting that little tap on the shoulder saying, "You got to do something. There needs to be a change." And it's not we don't like to always just think it's us. We want everything else to, everything else is a little off. It's not us. We're perfect, as you said, right? We're great. Nothing's going on
Yeah,
over here. Don't look
exactly.
behind the curtain. But then, yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
when you start to work with people, how do you get them to unfold? What are kind of the first things that you would do with somebody?
I think I have, yes, the people that are coming to me are mostly, yeah, just to explain a little bit so we all have a map, and that map is actually the the map of our parents and
Mm.
the patterns and the limiting beliefs that we got from our parents. And that's the step number one, because if you do not rewrite that map, it's like when you go in the car, right? And it says, oh, that road is not okay. And you just give like, okay, you need to find me another route, right? So you just kind of need to rewrite that map. That's what we need to do with ourselves as well. You cannot, because a lot of people think, oh, yes, I can forget those patterns. I can forget. Yeah, you cannot, they're inside of you. But you can create new neurological paths that you are building on a daily basis, which will help you be another person, having another map. And that's the starting point. And of course, like the next step would be, let's go and see all the traumas that you have inside of you, all the wounds from your childhood. Because myself, I had no idea. I had no idea, Tammy. I had rejection wound, I had abandonment issues. And it was like I was blaming my husband all the time because whenever he was telling me, yeah, I want to go visit my parents by myself. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Just if you want to go on your holiday, it's like, what? You don't love me? What do
Right.
you mean you want to go without me? Oh, and I was like in my mind all the time, he's not bringing me flowers. He doesn't love me. I was always asking him, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? But why didn't you tell me today? Why didn't you send me a message? Because I was not loving myself. I was not having that confidence in myself. And that's what I'm doing with the clients that I have. We work on themselves first. Because if they are changing, they will slowly see that everyone and everything around them changes.
So true. Oh my gosh, it just takes that first little something to get us to realize, I guess, first of all, that, something needs to be done. And then, yeah, where do we go from here? We need to
Yeah.
find the people.
Yes. But Tammy, our brain, because the way brain is structured is running away from the pain and running towards pleasure. So
Mm.
we are always looking for the pleasure. And until we see and we realize that also that pain has its role and what exactly it brings to us in terms of benefits, because that's one of the exercises I do with my clients. Okay, this situation has happened to you, which you perceive, because it's again what we perceive. It's not like, oh, it's bad or it's good, because for you, maybe what is bad, for me, it might not be bad, and the other way around. Like it's like how our brain perceives different things based on our patterns, limiting beliefs, and experiences that we had along the way. Because if a dog bit me when I was a child, I will always be afraid of dogs.
Right.
But if you think dogs are cute and you don't have such a bad experience with a dog, you'll be like, oh my God, this dog is so cute, right? So
Right.
it's everything that happens in our brain. And I'm like, okay, this tragic or whatever happened to you, can we try to see the benefits and really go through the 7 areas of life? Like, okay, what happened with your spirituality, right? And spirituality is not just God, it's like how we perceive the life that we have. What about your mental, right? How it changed the way you're thinking, the way you're seeing things. What about your social connections? What about the family part? What about your career, your financials, your physical aspect? Because there are certain things which, when something happens, I was like, no, it's bad. I don't want this anymore in my life. Yeah. But the
Yeah.
moment we go and we see, okay, actually, how did it change? What has happened to me afterwards? Oh, okay. Actually, we are grateful afterwards and be like, I'm the person that I am today because of that.
Right. Right. So true. It is true. You sitting there, me sitting here, right? We've come through some things, we figured out some things, and yeah, now we need to share it with the world. I think that's so important. Okay, I have to ask. This is,
Yeah.
something you mentioned earlier. You said you
Mhm.
were a mental health first aid. Was that what you said?
Yeah, a
Please.
mental health first aid instructor. So I facilitate courses of mental health first aid. I'm teaching people how to recognize the symptoms and the signs, for example, for depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, and how to give that first aid. Because we know a lot about the physical first aid, but if you walk down the street and there's a bridge and you see someone on the bridge, what do you do?
Right. Right. What a wow. That is an amazing thing. I don't think most people probably know that that's even a thing, that they could be that thing. Because I think a lot of people maybe, we have first aid. There's a lot I've taken first aid.
Mhm.
But that's something I think I would like to have because, it's easy to notice in other people when you've had those things happen to yourself or you felt that way yourself. So having that tool in your back pocket would be amazing. I'm going to look into that more. I really, I appreciate that. Thank
I'll send, no worries, I'll send you. I think I know the organization that does it in Canada. I need to look it up, but I'm sure there is an organization that does a mental health first aid course in Canada as well, because they are pretty much everywhere now. Yeah.
you. Okay, that's beautiful. Well, thank you for that. That's see, I'm
You're
learning
very
something
welcome,
new.
Debbie.
I learned
We
something.
do every day. Every day we learn, and still we don't know anything. Right?
Still, yeah, still we know nothing. Oh, that's kind of sad. Oh, but it's exciting because then we have so much to look forward to and so much to learn, and it's like an adventure.
Exactly.
So if our women want
That's
to find out more about you or work with you in any way, how can they reach out to you?
I mean, everyone can find me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as well, but mostly on Facebook. I have my own group as well, and I post a lot on my personal profile a lot because I just want to serve them. I just want to help people. I mean, when I get messages such as "Thank you so much for what you've posted today," because it really kind of it was like a little light in my brain that helped me see things differently. For me, it's like, okay, thank you. Thank you so much. That's what I want. That's
Right.
what I want, right?
Yeah.
Because if I can change even one life a day, impact someone by what I'm posting or like the videos that I'm making, then I'm happy. At the end of the day, I can look at my daughter and really tell her, look, I've done something good today. And that's what I want to teach her. That's why I wanted to become a better mom, to show her that, yeah, it can be different.
Yes, ma'am, it sure can. It sure can. Yep. I'm I'm resonating with all that, you know. I want to show my children also I've come through some challenges myself and to, be able to move forward and as you say, lay your head on the pillow at the end of the day and feel really
Yeah,
great about the life that you're living and the things you're doing
yeah.
to serve. And you're doing that. And that is, I mean, that's beautiful. Is there anything else you would like to share with us before we go today?
Just, I want just to tell everyone that if they look even at the universal laws and if they feel that something really bad is happening to them in one area of their life, I want them to look in another area of their life and see how they are blessed the same day.
Right.
Because everything is in balance. Even if I know our brain sees the minus all the time, but if you truly see, okay, yes, maybe my boss did not behave nice with me today, but I came home and my family was so supportive and they were so lovely. And you're in balance because at the end of the day, we need to be in balance. If you will always look for the plus, you will attract the minus, and that's not what you want for your life.
Right. Exactly true. Balance is key. Balance is key. I've been thinking actually a lot about um, the three quotes that were on the Apollo temple at Delphi. Now, I don't know how many people know about those, but know thyself, everything in moderation in that kind of way, nothing in excess, I think it actually
Mhm.
says. And that is the one that I've been focusing on today the most is nothing in excess, everything in balance. Um, look both sides of the coin, look at from both perspectives. The United States just had their election, and that causes a lot of angst and things in the whole world, not just
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, the whole world. So
yeah,
I'm really trying to remember that, one side's blue and one side's uh, red, and they work with that. And for me, I'm trying to be in a purple mood today. I want to
yes,
be
yeah.
in the middle. Yeah, finding the balance
I'm
with
I'm the
ourselves.
same. Like I don't want to discuss anything about it. And but I just want to say, like, even if some people perceive it as being very bad, they need to see, okay, what's the good in it? And maybe people do not see it right now, or maybe even the other way around. Like also when something really good happens to us, Tammy, right? I don't know, you say, oh, I want to be a millionaire because that's what I want. Okay, you are a millionaire. Can you tell me the costs that that million is bringing to you? And the moment you'll see, oh, yes, actually, I will have to work a lot. Maybe I don't have time for my family that much. Maybe this, and that. It's all about making yourself clear in your mind that whatever you want in your life, are you ready for that? Because you can get anything that you want. It's not a question of that, but are you ready to do that? Are you ready to have a million? Are you ready to, I don't know, coach someone? Are you ready to be a mentor? Are you ready to go to that school? Every decision that you make, do the costs and the pluses and the minuses of every situation because it's always there. And then at least you prepare your mind and you will be, even when you go on stage, because a lot of people are like, oh my God, what will happen? If you prepare for a big interview or go on a stage beforehand, make a list, plus and minus. And then you will be more at ease with yourself because you will see, even if I screw up, it's okay because this is what are the pluses of screwing up. But if I'm doing great, also then there are some consequences. So it's always just like, as you say, be in balance and be yourself, be authentic.
Mm, yes. Thank you. I'm so glad I had to have this conversation with you today. For
Thank you,
that
Tammy,
reason,
so much.
especially, just it's just another thing from the universe telling me, I'm in alignment, I'm in balance, I'm
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
right. And I just want to keep going that way. And I want to thank you so much for coming today. It was a pleasure to meet you finally and get to know
Likewise,
a
Tammy.
little bit about. Oh, thank you. So, Women of the Women's Wellness Network, we are going to put all of Ioana's information into the comment section so that you can reach out to her, find out more about her, maybe work with her in some way. And remember, yeah, let's try and maintain our balance for the day, at least for today. And tomorrow's a new day, and we can work on that again tomorrow. So, thank you everybody for watching, and of course, until next time, be well. And Ioana, thank you so much for coming today. It was really nice to meet you and discover the things about you.
Thank you, Tammy.